Among the shortest Upanishad is the Māṇḍūkya Upaniṣad. It has just 12 mantras. It explores one of the deepest questions: what is the true nature of the consciousness? Its central teaching revolves around a single sacred sound, Om. The Upanishad says that Om represents the whole of reality. What was, what is, and what will be. But how can one sound represent everything? The Upanishad answer by connecting Om with the different ways consciousness in experience. Every day we move through different states of experience. We are awake, we dream, and we enter deep sleep. The Upanishad examine each one carefully. First comes the waking state. Here consciousness is turned outward, experiencing the physical world through the senses. In this state, we see people, hear sound, touch object, and perform action. We experience ourselves as living in an external world. The Upanishad call this waking consciousness Vaiśvānara. It is associated with the first quarter of the self. Then comes the dream state. The senses turn away from the outside world, but the mind continues creating its own experiences. In dream, the mind can create people, places, event, fear, joy, and entire world. Yet these experiences appear within consciousness. This dreaming consciousness is called Taijasa, meaning luminous or radiant. It is the second quarter of the self. After dreaming comes deep sleep. Here is no ordinary awareness of external object or inner dream image. In deep sleep, we do not usually say, I am seeing this or I am thinking that. Yet after waking, we can say, I slept well. Something remains even when ordinary thought and perception disappear. The Upanishad call this deep sleep consciousness Prājña. Prājña is described as the third quarter of the self. In deep sleep, experiences are not clearly differentiated, but consciousness has not become another thing. Now, the Upanishad asks us to look beyond waking, dreaming, and deep sleep. Is there something deeper that is present through all three? This brings us to the most famous teaching of the Māṇḍūkya Upaniṣad. The fourth, called Turīya, literally the fourth. Turīya is not another ordinary state that we enter and live. It is described as beyond the familiar division of waking, dreaming, and deep sleep. It cannot be reduced to something we see, hear, think, or imagine. It is not simply an object of experience. The Upanishad describe it as peaceful, auspicious, and non-dual. It is the self, the reality underlying all changing experiences. This is a crucial point. Turīya is not something newly created. Rather, it is the underlying reality through which all states of experience are known. Think of a movie screen. Many different senses appear on it, but the screen itself remains present throughout the changing image. In a similar way, waking, dreaming, and deep sleep continuously change. The teaching points us towards that which remain their underlying ground. In the Upanishad, then connect these four aspects of consciousness with the four parts of Om, A, U, M, and the silence beyond them. The sound A represents the waking state, Vaiśvānara. Come first in Om, just as waking in the familiar beginning of our daily experience. The second, U, The sound U represents Taijasa, the dreaming state. It stands between A and M, just as dreaming stands between waking and deep sleep. The sound M represents Prājña, the deep sleep state. With M, the sound moves towards completion, just as deep sleep completes the ordinary cycle. Then comes silence. This silence is not merely the absence of sound. It points towards Turīya, which cannot be captured by another spoken syllable. So, Om becomes a powerful symbol. A for waking, U for dreaming, M for deep sleep, and the silence pointing towards the non-dual self. The deeper lesson is that consciousness is not limited to any single experience. Experiences change, but the Upanishads direct attention towards their underlying reality. This teaching changes the question we usually ask. Instead of asking only, "What am I experiencing?" we begin asking, "Who or what is aware of this experience?" When we observe waking, dreams, and deep sleep, we discover that each condition has different characteristics. Yet the search for the self continues through them all. The Māṇḍūkya Upaniṣad finally points towards Ātman, the self, as identical with Brahman, the ultimate reality. This is its profound conclusion. The teaching is not simply an idea to memorize. It invites us to examine our own experience and recognize what changed, what remained, and what lies beyond all division. Thus, the Māṇḍūkya Upaniṣad takes us from the familiar world of waking experience into dream, deep sleep, and finally towards Turīya. Its message is remarkably simple but profound. The reality we seek is not somewhere outside us. The self is the very foundation of consciousness. And through the contemplation of Om, the Upanishad invite us to move beyond changing experiences and recognize the peaceful non-dual reality of the self.